Question everything, for the truth shall not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, you hear a whole lot about the different situations when it comes to dealing with police officers throughout the United States. All the way back to Jim Crow laws and all the way back to slave patrol, coming all the way forward to what we see now today with the constitutional talk and police brutality. So with that stated, when you look at what Tupac said so many years ago, when he said the biggest game in the United States is the blue and white, the motherfucking officer. Let's just say it the way he said it. So with that stated, what is really going on out there? Is there a major police gang out there that is united amongst themselves to bring police brutality and constitutional talk to the Aboriginal Negroes of America? Is the Aboriginal Negroes of America actually being preyed upon by these so-called and allegedly gangs that are attached and woven within the police department and law enforcement? What is really happening? Have you out there in the cyber world and social media experienced any of these type of realities of seeing police move and act like gangs themselves? Have you even had any thought on this? Is it any type of reality in your world where the police are in your community moving as if they are moving like they're gang members out there preying on the Aboriginal Negroes of America? This is just the reality that we need to speak on, because at the end of the day, there's a lot going on. You've seen what happened in Mississippi with the police dealing with the two young men who was allegedly, supposedly messing with white women, and in turn the police ran up on them and did all sorts of atrocities. These cops are now facing criminal charges as we speak. But there have been many things. Even Undisputed been talking a lot about and showing a lot of different types of tactics that the police officers are using against Aboriginal Negroes of America. And it's very, very traumatizing to see most of the time when you do see how they're actually dealing with the Aboriginals of America. So with that stated, what do you think? Do you think from here on the East Coast to the Midwest to Florida, the South, going all the way back to the West, California, have you seen police officers moving in ways that might have had you scratching your head and a little skeptical about their movement? Because, I always say, if a cop is willing to run a red light, for instance, allegedly, and have no reason to be doing that, in other words, his sirens ain't on, he's not chasing nobody, he's not going for a car, he just decides he's going to run a red light or run a stop sign, that is an infraction of the law, because that is the law. You're supposed to abide by the law even though you are officer, and you are the one who's supposed to uphold the law. So you would think abiding by the law is your number one thing that you do, based off of your oath and based off of your honor and your just within yourself when it comes to dealing justice to everyone else. So when you see a police officer and they violate that one little fraction of a law by going through the stop sign, say, just to be going through it because they ain't on an emergency call or nothing, do that state a statement about that cop and what type of police officer that is? Because at the end of the day, if you're willing to break a small fractional part of the law, what make us think that you're not breaking a major part of the law when no one is looking? These are things that you got to ask yourself, because I'm pretty sure that all of y'all out there done seen cops where we'll be at the light and the cop will just drive through the light, and that's just that. And it be no reality other than the fact that they just didn't want to sit at the light, allegedly, or just didn't want to sit at the stop sign, allegedly. And how do that work? Because if you're breaking small laws, obviously you have no respect for the law. And if you have no respect for the law, why are you wearing the badge? These are things that we got to ask ourselves when it comes to being we the people and American citizens. Because at the end of the day, these are the people who's supposed to not only bring justice, they're supposed to also chase down crime and protect us. But if they're going to be a part of the crime and be a part of the problem, then how are we supposed to trust in them and see them as the protectors, or see them as the people who bring justice when there are unlawful things going, when they're doing unlawful things themselves? These are things we need to ask ourselves, and things that we need to really look out for when it comes to dealing with certain officers. Because at the end of the day, whenever you break any law, that makes you a criminal of the law. And that's just what it is. So with that stated, they will look at you that way. You can't break no type of fractional parts of the law. So why would they be able to break any types of fractional parts of the law? It would be the same outcome. And then my reality when it comes to dealing with the law is like this. If I'm supposed to abide by the law being the citizen, and if I break the law, I am prosecuted to the fullest of the law, then why are the people that's supposed to uphold the law and push the law is not being prosecuted to the fullest of the law more than the ones that are the citizens? They are the ones that was trusted with the law to be able to push the law who are breaking the law. So they should be punished even more severely than the persons that are the citizens breaking the law, because they are the ones who are supposed to uphold the law. What do you think? Because at the end of the day, that makes sense to me. But hey, I don't know. And I don't understand. But it is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.